You may be considering purchasing the new M1 iMac, but you have a few concerns. Are the white bezels as hideous as people make them out to be? Is the M1 chip's performance really that good? And most importantly, what color should I get it in? I bought the M1 iMac as my daily driver computer for video editing and online content creation across my various YouTube channels and online courses that I create. It is top spec with 16GB of RAM and 512GB internal storage. I have used various software to test the M1 iMac over the past 4 weeks, including both apps that are optimized for M1 and ones that are not. Software that has not been updated for Apple M1 will run within an emulator called Rosetta, still allowing you to use programs designed for Intel-based Macs, just with none of the performance benefits M1 can provide. When I was a Windows PC user, I exclusively used Adobe Creative Cloud. However, video editing programs such as Adobe Premiere Pro are still not optimized for Apple M1 machines. Because of this, I switched away from using Adobe for everything, and I now use DaVinci Resolve 17 for video editing, Affinity Photo, Designer, and Publisher for all of my graphic design work, all of which are optimized for M1. The 8-core CPU has brilliant performance. Apps load in fast, are responsive, and I am yet to experience any form of a crash. Although all of the CPU performance far exceeded my expectations, the graphics performance has been the only area on the new iMac that has truly let me down. As my old Windows 10 PC had 2 dedicated NVIDIA 980 Ti graphics cards, I was never expecting the iMac to match the performance of dedicated GPUs, even with them being 5 years old. However, I was hoping for a little extra out of the machine, but maybe I should have just managed my expectations. When using DaVinci Resolve 17, the overall editing experience with 4K footage is pretty flawless. However, as you begin to color grade or add graphically intensive effects such as noise reduction, the M1 iMac does take quite a hit with a lot of drop frames and choppy playback, even when reducing the playback quality. That being said, when using Final Cut Pro, as that is Apple's native software, that has a whole nother level of optimization and performance. So if this issue continues to persist and frustrate me in DaVinci Resolve, I could simply switch over to Final Cut. Export times in DaVinci Resolve have been truly mind-blowing. Exporting a H.265 4K video totaling 4 minutes and 21 seconds in length only took 5 minutes and 24 seconds to export. When exporting videos filmed in 1080p HD, they only took 20 seconds. Seriously, I'm not even kidding, 20 seconds. When I create online course videos, they are filmed and exported in HD, and the average length is usually 5 to 7 minutes, and they were exporting out in 20 to 25 seconds in DaVinci Resolve. The 4.5K Retina display has to be the best computer screen I have seen in a long time. The only thing for me that I felt was lacking was the support for HDR. Everything about the viewing experience on this iMac is very immersive, and you almost expect that it already is a HDR display, as the colors look so great, but obviously it isn't a HDR display. I do hope that on the future Pro version of these iMacs, the 27-inch or 32-inch versions that are rumored, do have the mini LED display technology found on the new M1 iPad Pro. That would truly complete the package, especially for professionals working with HDR content. Something to still be aware of is the glare on the glass screen. It has definitely been improved over previous generations, but it is still there when facing a window or you've got a bright light on in your office. Regarding the white bezels, I think they are truly amazing. When placing my pre-order, I despised the white bezels, but when using the computer, they magically blend into your surroundings, especially if you have white walls. This puts a huge focus onto what is currently being displayed on the screen, providing a very immersive experience. So far, everything's been pretty great about the M1 iMac, but what aspects of this computer has made me regret my purchase? First up is the lack of height adjustment in the iMac stand. As beautiful as the new iMac design is, I still cannot believe that in 2021, the iMac still doesn't have any form of height adjustment for people that are going to be using this for extended hours. The tilt on the display is simply not enough, and it encourages bad posture when using your iMac. Another aspect of the M1 iMac that I don't really like are the provided accessories. Now, I've talked extensively about why I don't like the Magic Keyboard and Magic Mouse in previous videos, and you can also check out my best accessories video for the M1 iMac over here if you're looking to purchase things to level up your setup. But overall, I think the M1 iMac is an amazing all-in-one computer. Although it is the exact same machine as the M1 Mac Mini at almost double the price, it has everything you need: a webcam, incredible display, mouse and keyboard, speakers, microphone, and a groundbreaking design. If you're looking for a solution that's simply out with the old and in with the new, the M1 iMac is definitely the way to go.